Mayan Buntag. Welcome to another episode of My Filipino Adventure. I'm Mike. I'm going to be your tour guide, and I'm going to tour America right now. Ian and I just landed back in the United States from a month over in the Philippines. If you're watching our channel, you can go ahead and see the things that we did while we were there. I think we probably uploaded about 20 or so videos, so go check them out. But now we're back at home in Michigan and in America, and we live here. This is where we live, in America. And I just want to set the record straight on a lot of talk that's going around with expats and the Filipino vloggers, that America is this big nasty shithole right now. And it's not. A lot of these people are saying that people back home are saying this, and people are back home saying this, and America is this, and it's falling apart. And that's why people are coming to the Philippines, because this America is just turning into this, this giant crap pot. People are divided, and everything's so expensive, and part of this is true, but is it that bad? No, I live here day to day, and things have been better. Yeah, we were going through a rough patch right now, but every 10 years or so we go through a rough patch. There's always something, a recession, a depression, inflation. And lately, over the last 10 to 15 years, our political, we're becoming more and more divided. It seems like the right is going super far right, and the left is going super far left, and there's very few people like me anymore that are right down the middle. Or in my case, I lean to the left, but I'm not super far left. And I blame social media for most of this. The media pushes this, this divide. And we're a tribal people. If we think that we belong to a tribe, we will be very loyal to that tribe. So, like, people say, well, if you're a Democrat, you believe this and this and this and this. And I say, well, that's not true at all. That's not true at all. Some of the stuff that's coming out of the left is nuts. I don't believe that. And some of the stuff coming out of the right is batshit crazy. I don't believe in all of that. Some of the stuff on the right I do agree with. And some of the stuff on the left I do agree with. But if you're dug into your tribe, you will defend your side even if you don't agree 100% with everything that they say. But those are your people. You have to defend them. And I think that is the problem, is that we're so dug in on each side that I can never be this, or I can never believe in that, because that's your side. And I think the politicians act like that too. I remember when Obama was voted in, I forgot who said that, but his job was to, whatever Obama tries to do, our job is to stop it. Now, is he working for America, or is he just working for his own self-interest? That's not how it used to be. It used to be that between the two sides, it was not as far apart. There was a lot more bipartisanship, but now it has. So I will agree with that we are divided politically. Only, I think, not mostly, on social media. If you meet someone face to face, and if they're on the different tribe than you are on, odds are you'll still get along fine. And I'll give you an example. On our channel, we had some viewers that live not too far from here. And this guy had just brought his Filipina over to the United States, about a 30-minute drive from here. And she wanted to meet Ina because she was homesick, and she wanted another Filipina to talk to. So they contacted us, and they said, we're this close. I said, sure, well, let's go out to dinner. And we met, and the girls, of course, chismis, they were happy as clams, talking their native language, talking about home. They were both homesick. And then I was talking to this guy, and we got on very, very well. He was on a different tribe than I'm from. But did that come up? Did that interfere with our friendship? Not at all. That dinner date turned into 2 and 3 and 4 dinner dates, and then barbecues at my house, and day outings going to the parks as a foursome, as 2 couples. And we got along. We got along really. Matter of fact, they moved to North Carolina, and I have to say I miss their company, and I'm hoping to go down to the Carolinas to see them. But that didn't affect our friendship just because we had different political beliefs, and I think that's the truth. And a lot of interactions that you have here in America. So when you go out the door, you're not getting a fist fight with a Republican or a Democrat. It's just not like you're in line at the grocery store and you got your fists up because they're not from your tribe. It's not like that in real life. Only on social media, where people can hide behind a screen and a keyboard, can they talk crap to each other like that. But in real life, it's not like that. So let's get that out of the way. We are very divided, but it does not really affect our day-to-day lives. In my case, you might have a different experience. Inflation is terrible. I just got back from the grocery store. I came back from Philippines. There was nothing in the fridge. So I had to go and wow, I was really shocked at how much groceries have gone up. That's not Biden's fault. That's not Trump's fault. That's inflation. When the supply chains and everything broke down during COVID because we weren't using a lot of products and things were cut back, we belong in what's a global supply chain. So this part is made here, and this part is made in this country, and this part is made in this country, and they're all assembled in this country, and they're sold to everyone. Well, if one of those supply chains is broken, the strongest, well, the chain is only as strong as its weakest link. If one of those supply chains is failing, then that product can't be made unless there's a backup. And a lot of these places don't have backups. So we're having a lot of supply chain issues right now. That was all caused by, most of it caused by the COVID shutdown, which who could have predicted that? Not Trump, not Biden. We want to point fingers and blame someone, but it was inevitable when this happened. And inflation, and that helps raise prices. And then inflation, we cut our lending down to zero, so the government will loan a bank or a hedge fund $1 billion. So on paper, they've got $1 billion, and then they're going to start loaning this money out to other people. So now that billion on paper is $2 billion because they loaned it all out. So now there's $2 billion of fake money in our economy, which lowers the value and raises inflation. So it's no one's fault. No president can control the economy. The economy is a very fragile instrument, and it doesn't take much to disrupt this. And I don't think any political party or any president has complete control over this. So instead of pointing fingers at our different tribes and different political parties, the truth is it's the federal government, it's the banks and Wall Street, and what's ruining America is greed, not the politicians. Well, the politicians are part of the problem, aren't they? Because they're taking money from the corporations. So our system has been like this. It's been fucked, should I swear, for years. This is nothing new. So if my life is 100% normally, it's like at 98% right now. And I get up in the morning, I make my coffee, I go to work, I fill up my gas tank. It hurts because it's very expensive right now. But it's an inconvenience. I might have to cut back on some other things. But that doesn't mean the sky's falling. The rivers are flowing blood and people have AK-47s pointed at each other on every corner. I just live my life like normal. And I think a lot of other people do. So I don't think America is half as bad as the reports are coming from these expats who don't live here day to day. I live here day to day. This is my experience. Now, you might have a different experience. And the other thing that I think was, but we're winding down. We're past, there's a new generation. It's our kids. This is their time. And if this is their agenda, to be woke and to be considerate of other people and to be open to different sexualities and more rights and respect for women and more rights and respect for minorities and people of color, this is their world that they're building. We're on our way out. We did ours. When we were younger, we made our changes. And I'm sure that pissed off our parents. So they said the same thing that we're saying now. These young kids are ruining the country. And I'm sure the grandparents said that to them and their great-grandparents said that. It's always changing. You can't stop change. And this is their world that they're building for themselves. We're on our way out. We had our time. And you know, I don't know what to say about that. It's just it doesn't bother me to the extent where I'm upset about it. I just think, well, okay, you guys, you're the stewards now. If this is the world that you want, go for it. You know, it's actually better if you look at it and analyze it. It's not a bad thing to be kinder and gentler and more open to other people's feelings. I think that's the gist of it, of acceptance, and not, you know, trying to phase out racism as much as they can. This is their agenda. Let them go for it. So anyway, so that's my state of America right now. It's not that bad. It's all in, I guess, your perspective. If you have a different perspective than I, then go ahead and leave some comments down below. Please don't get nasty or name calling or get really political about this. This is just the way I perceive America right now and the life that I live. And if you see it different, go ahead and post a comment. But just, you know, try to be courteous about that. I don't want a big shouting match going on. So just remember, stay calm, and as always, stay classy.